Well, I saw what an effort from Antonio come off the post,
Yes.
didn't it? Went wide.
Yeah.
I saw that. I actually watched I was at the wee Manida game last night, but I come back in and I watched the end of that game and I watched the end of Liverpool and then I watched the highlights this morning. But I totally agree with what you're saying there, because I watched the end of the West Ham game and it kind of, Spurs looked as though they were kind of happy to take a point.
Yeah.
Come the last 10-15 minutes.
Do you know, the big question for me is what's happened to Son at the moment for Spurs. He was so quiet again, and speaking to a couple of people after the game, they say, yes, struggling at the moment to find his form.
Aye, it looks as though he's in a wee dip in form.
Yeah.
Do you know something, though, Alan? I don't know whether you agree or not. I'm just thinking, to be fair to Son, I think we can cut him a bit of slack because he's been absolutely brilliant. I think he's maybe just gone through a wee period, which we all did and we all do, in our careers, where he's just having a little bit of dip.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a fitness thing or his form's gone a little bit, but listen, you and I know he's far too good for that not to come back.
I was dying. I was with one of my friends who hosted last night. He's a big Liverpool fan, and they were biting their nails. They couldn't believe 1-1, and then suddenly,
it's unbelievable.
90 plus 8. Whoa, what's all that about, man?
Alan, I watched it. As I say, I flipped over. I think I kicked it off 15 minutes or whatever it was, 10 minutes after the West Ham game. Do you know what? Newcastle had a chance to score just before they scored.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean, Liverpool, obviously, as you'd imagine, doing the pressing. They took a lead. What a finish. He looks a good sign.
Oh, does he?
He looks a player, a big boy, Isak.
Yeah.
Another
looks
one.
silky, looks quick.
Aye, and they obviously had that goal disallowed as well. And then Firmino scored just on the hour mark. And as you'd expect, Liverpool in a bit of pressing. But I tell you what, Newcastle played well. They played really, really well. And I thought they could consider themselves unlucky from what I saw.
Well, Liverpool had to, the way the type of form City are in here, with Haaland again, Liverpool can't afford to slip up anymore.
It's ridiculous what I'm going to say. But I don't think, honestly, if they hadn't scored that, the winner in the 98th minute,
it was over.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I've got a point, eh? I mean, it's ridiculous I'm saying that, but he looks unstoppable.
Yeah, I agree.
And by the way, just to annoy you, and I know what you said, do you know, a week ago you still got about 72?
Oh, I know, I'm mad. Although Jesus got another one, didn't he?
Yeah.
For the Arsenal, and they're going along nicely. But what about, let's look at Villa.
Yeah.
We can talk about Leicester tonight, another big game for Brendan, Man United, but you worry for Stephen at the moment. The couple of games coming up are not easy either.
Well, do you know something? We all know how cutthroat and, it goes with the territory. You don't get results, a manager, a coach. But I'm looking at obviously the disappointment. The West Ham game was a disappointment now. In the respect it wasn't a great game, could have went either way. And to be honest, I didn't really expect him to get anything at the next two, which was Arsenal last night. I think the next one's Man City. I think the two after that are very, very important for Stephen.
Yeah.
I can't remember off my head.
What was it? City game.
City game, and then they've got two after that, who I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think they're really important because we know what it's like. The fans are on his back already, you know what I mean? And
so they got Leicester away after City and Southampton at home.
That's what it is. That's the two. I think they're massive games now for Aston Villa, don't you?
Oh, without a doubt. And for Stephen, look, Stephen won't panic, but at the same time, you want a top player to do well, don't you?
Of
as
course
a manager.
You do. Of course you do. But I mean, that even the game itself, I was listening to the game, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to the boys at talkSPORT last night, and Arsenal seemingly totally dominated him. By the way, he's got him playing, hasn't he?
Aye, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
They've got, and I know they were getting a bit of stick last week for some people called it over-the-top celebrations. But I'll tell you what, he's got them all playing for each other, and he's got a bit of spirit about them.
Yeah.
And they look a bit lively. Listen, I don't think they'll win it. In that respect, I really don't. But that said, they've had an incredible start. Somebody said first time since, 20 odd years that they've won their first 5.
Yeah. Leicester Man United as well tonight, Brendan.
Oh, but Brendan, man.
I don't know what's going on at Leicester. I really don't. Only Brendan knows, and the board know. But something's not right, is it? I see.
Well, I don't know what you think. Sorry, I'm interrupting you there. I don't know what you think. I just think he doesn't sound the same in his interviews.
Yeah, something's happened.
It's as if he's, I wouldn't say depressed, but it doesn't just seem as he's always enthusiastic, Brendan. He's 100% fully motivated. It just, to use a phrase that you will know very, very well, Alan, he seems a bit scunnered to me.
Yeah. If a fan is in the back page of the Sun, John and Chelsea are blasted Leicester for spreading fake news about him, so something's not right.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.